So apparently everybody in Hollywood's diddling.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the fad now.
It's not good.
Hey,
dude.
I wonder who's diddling today. That guy that I love?
It had died down for a little bit. Now it's back.
The diddle died for a spell, but now it's rearing even its ugly head yet again. And by head, I mean penile head.
Definitely rearing.
So look, man, this is kind of tragic if true.
Yeah.
Just off the top, disclaimer, this is a rumor. However, this rumor stems from Hollywood Nights, which has a pretty good track record of outing people that have diddled.
And might or might not be Robert Downey.
Yeah, apparently. There's this website. If you're interested in more from this website, there's a YouTuber called Jamie Deluxe, DLUX, that kind of reads off the blind items that are posted on this site. And when they are confirmed, they've usually been right.
Oh.
So it gives an air of legitimacy to all the other ones that are unconfirmed.
Yeah.
Now, some are, some aren't, and this one isn't confirmed. But again, given that track record, it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
And it literally hit us in the nuts. This is one of our boys.
Hit you in the nuts. He's one of your boys.
Yeah, you claim all out of the fucking blue claim that you mistrusted him. That you had a feeling.
He has a creepy smile. He looks like a creepy man. I never trusted the person, though I enjoy his film.
Look, his one film.
Have you ever in your life heard me say Wes Craven kicks ass?
Yes.
Never.
You have a Wes Craven kicks ass shirt.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Underneath that shirt right now.
I have never said Wes Craven kicks ass. I have never said he's cool. I have said his movies are cool.
Okay. That goes hand in hand, though. Like, when you say John Carpenter... By the way, it's Wes Craven we're talking about. In case you didn't figure that fucking out. But, look, like, if you say John Carpenter kicks ass, clearly you mean John Carpenter's movies kick ass.
Nah, John Carpenter's cool, dude.
If you say Lucio Fulci kicks ass, clearly you mean his movies. I mean, the guy hated women and ate dirt.
Yeah, but I don't think
cake that killed him.
I don't think I've ever... I think I would trust Fulci more than Wes.
Give me somebody you think kicks ass.
I don't know.
Anybody.
Spider
Monkey?
Bruce Campbell.
Okay, if you say Bruce Campbell kicks ass, nah, he just kicks ass in general. It's a bad example, dude.
Chris Walken.
Clearly, he kicks more ass in real life because 6,000% of Bruce Campbell's movies suck.
Yeah.
Let's just be real here. We love the man. Evil Dead rocks, but he's in a lot of fucking feces. Yeah. And it's usually because of him that it's feces. But anyway, look, we're horror fans. Yeah. We're movie fans. So Wes Craven is like, he's one of these important figures in horror, if not cinema. He's one of those horror figures that transcended the genre and actually got recognized by normal ass, cinema snobs. It's like, oh, that's a guy that makes good horror films. Yeah. Apparently, he diddled, according to this rumor. So this is the rumor. Okay, apparently on the set of Nightmare on Elm Street 3, which he did not direct, he had a hand in the script and produced it.
Apparently, kids he had a hand on too.
Definitely, apparently, yeah. So he was on set, and apparently the actor that plays the fucking doctor in Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors, for all of you that are going, which one's that one? The one that everybody likes, Dream Warriors.
Yeah.
What's his name? Craig Wasson or some shit like that. The guy that plays the fucking doctor. Yeah. Apparently he came upon Wes attempting to do something untoward to an 11-year-old. Awfully specific. Was there an 11-year-old in the movie? Why was there an 11-year-old on the set? I don't know.
It could have been someone from the crew. Or one of the kids,
maybe a background kid. I don't know. But apparently this guy came upon Wes trying to do something untoward, confronted him about him, punched him.
Yeah. There
was an altercation. The studio got involved. They told the guy, look, just finish the movie. We'll take care of this when the movie's over.
Yeah.
The movie was over. They did nothing. And he brought up the facts again, if you will. And apparently there was an attempt on his life that failed miserably. And he was like, what the fuck. So he held them accountable, and the rumor has it that he gets paid a yearly stipend to keep his mouth shut. Now that's kind of like going out there into the wild, fucking,
Blue Yonder.
What is it, like a conspiracy minded territory there at the end. But the front portion of it, we don't want to think the worst here. But given all the diddlers that have come out of fucking blue, and the fact that Wes Craven wears a lot of sweaters,
he wears
which
a lot
admittedly is not the best look.
He wears a lot of turtlenecks too, which is like the most pervious.
Man,
pedophilic sweater he could wear.
Not even John Waters can pull off a fucking turtleneck, dude. Nobody can pull off a turtleneck.
George A. Romero.
Well, he's literally was literally a turtle man at the end, so that doesn't count. But
also worthy to note that Wes be putting pedos in his freaking films.
Yeah, that's when we were discussing this earlier. We noticed that his movie track record isn't exactly shining in terms of content.
Yeah.
One of his first movies, if not his first movie, was Last House on the Left, which is basically, it's basically a cinematic snuff and rape movie. Basically, some girls get accosted by criminals who proceed to violently abuse them in that sense and, kill them.
Yeah.
And then they get their comeuppance in the uber violent way at the end, but still you're like, damn, I just sat through all that torture. It's weird. And then, of course, his most famous creation is Freddy Krueger, who was
a diddler.
Let's get that out of the way. He was a diddler. In fact, people forgot he was a diddler or ignored the fact that he was a diddler so much that apparently the original script for Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Wes Craven was like, we got to remind people he's a diddler.
Yeah. And we got to drill this home. He's a hardcore diddler.
Yeah, he made sure...
Not me!
He made sure people were like, oh yeah, this guy diddles.
Yeah.
But then they changed that script and made it into the lighter movie that it is now. Probably wisely, now that I think about it. But, of course, he's also made the original house... The Hills Have Eyes, which is about a bunch of desert-dwelling mutants that diddle and kill.
Pretty much.
You know what I'm saying?
There's, oh crap, what's that one called? People Under Stairs?
People Under Stairs, some
heavy
freaky,
diddling.
Yeah, freaky ass, fetish, gimp suit wearing couple that were related. So there's an ancestral diddling going on.
Yeah, there's like heavy insinuation they're diddling.
Yeah, heavy insinuation that they've diddled their progeny. So that's weird, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of others, but there's definitely a lot of diddling themes going on in his movies. Now, they say that the artist is like, he lets out certain elements on his life on the page. If that's the case, holy shit.
Yeah,
confirmation of this fucking rumor.
Homie was hardcore diddling. Yeah.
Look, I don't want. Look, this was like one of the most well-regarded, like nice guys of filmmaking. But then again, we also know that diddlers are notorious at getting in good with people, so that they can diddle later.
Yeah, I gotta say, like my douche star has been pretty accurate as of late.
You're telling me right now that you had a douche ping about Wes Craven?
I always did. I just didn't want to say it because I had no basis. I had nothing to go off of other than he had a creepy kind of pervy face that looked like he diddled someone.
I always thought he looked friendly. So that just means he would have diddled me if I was younger.
Yeah, homie, that smile. I showed you that smile. Somehow there's no teeth, and yet there's a lot of teeth going on. Ow!
Look, at one point, like one of the points that you could bring up against the idea that he may have been a diddler is that this was like a Mormon guy. That sure, he went against the Mormon grain to make horror movies, but he was still kind of like this, kid brought up in this uber respectful religious community, right? But as of recent, the Mormons have been embroiled in diddling controversies.
Yeah. There you go.
So now it's like, was this dude just like bringing the diddle out?
I always had a douche ping. I don't think I've ever said I love Wes. I've liked his movies. But
Except
even
for
then,
Shocker.
But yeah,
Stinky.
even then, I don't think I can say I love any of his movies.
Damn, you don't love Nightmare on Elm Street?
But I think the closest one would be People Under the Stairs, because I really like that movie.
No Nightmare?
I wouldn't say I love it.
You haven't seen Serpent in the Rainbow, though.
I haven't. I think Nightmare is like...
I'm trying to think if there's a diddle sequence in,
in
all his
zombies.
movies.
I would be close to loving Nightmare, but I wouldn't say I love it.
How about Scream? That's a fucking classic.
I wouldn't say I love it.
Damn, Scream, dude?
But I think the closest would be People, which, by the way, is one of the heaviest overtones of diddling. But it's just a good
ultimate
movie.
diddle.
But yeah, like, dude, I always had a hunch. I just didn't want to say it because I had nothing to go off of, and he's such a beloved figure that you can't say. It's like me if I came out saying, dude, I think freaking Mr. Rogers diddled. Like, people would murder me.
Yeah, they'd murder you.
Plus, he clearly didn't diddle.
Dude, if Mr. Rogers diddled,
shoot myself.
Literally implode right now. I mean, you can't. That's something I can't handle.
Damn, dude.
That's like if Bob Ross diddled.
Look, I have a...
Oh, come on, man. You can't fucking be suspecting everyone of diddling.
I have a controversial opinion.
Oh, gosh.
It's not a diddling opinion. I just don't like Bob Ross.
Well, you don't have to like Bob Ross. You just have to accept that Bob Ross was a saint.
Nah, homie.
What? Hold on, man.
I think he did something, dude. He probably killed someone at one point. That's what he's drawing. He's drawing those freaking little drawings.
No, I mean that's renowned. I mean he was he was a genuine badass military style.
Well, yeah, but
then he gave that up for the pacifist life.
Nah, dude, he killed like some ladies and then buried them in the freaking forest. That's what he's drawing.
They're all clues to where the bodies are buried.
Those little mistakes that he's talking about. Those are the people he killed.
Yeah, man.
Bob Ross, dude. I always freaking felt something. If it comes out Bob Ross killed people, let it be known that I stated it here.
Damn. It's too late. No, it's not too late because Wes Craven's been dead for years now.
Yeah, dude.
And all of a sudden people are like, he's diddling?
Yeah.
Like, dude, he's dead. Oh, wait, back then? Shit.
Yeah.
So this throws a wrench in my works because I am a Craven. Now, granted, Craven is not my ultimate fan name. That's what they call the Craven fans, don't you know? Nobody calls him that, actually. But, he's definitely in my pantheon. Mm-hmm. Like, I'd maybe put him in my top 10. At one point, he was in my top 10. But, come on, we've had...
Yeah.
Just in the last few years, we've had a couple of dudes that with 2 movies have been like, dude, we're in this top 10 now, bitch. Move over, Wes, you diddling fuck. Dude... I hope it's not true, but
I hope it's not true. But I'm like 82% sure it's true.
Damn, that's a high number, man. I'm gonna give him 40% benefit of the doubt. 60% possibility that it happened. Look, this is what I actually if it happened, I think this is what happened. By the way, toilet paper making a cameo.
It's got feet on it.
If it happened, this is what happened. Growing up Mormon, a lot of, repression of sexual urges and shit like that. Mm-hmm. So clearly he wanted to fuck. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He got married early, if I remember correctly. Oh, shit. And he was like, fuck, dude, I didn't even get to explore. Here's the thing about religious repression of sexual urges. They really stack that on when you're young. So you're like, fuck, man, I didn't even get to fuck... in my age group at the time. So he was probably like, damn, I didn't get to fuck that age group when I really wanted to fuck. So he went out on a limb and tested the waters, got caught, and then he was like, oh, fuck, better not go back there again, and never did it again.
Nah, he diddled.
I don't think he did it again.
I think he was like a freaking serial diddler, dude.
I say he never did it. If he did it, he never did it again. And I think even when he was doing it, he just attempted it and got caught. And then he was like, fuck, I better not do that again. Because I almost got my ass handed to me. P.S., bad, I hope. But if he would have done it again, there would have been less rumors of it. Or at least something. Because everybody that's been caught, there's been rumors at least of them being a complete fucking cockhead. Because that's kind of like Hollywood's way of saying it without saying it. Oh, he's an asshole. But really what we're saying is he's diddling. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody knows Bryan Singer stinks. So you never got the good, like super good word of mouth. You were just kind of like, yeah, cool movie you made, guy. But then you got that undertone of, man, he's really like, yeah, he's a guy, right? But it's really because they were trying to say, dude, he clearly has these pool parties with naked boys.
Yeah, Diddlin.
Harvey Weinstein, clearly diddling all the time. But nobody ever said that. They were like, he's a strong personality. He's kind of an ass if he doesn't get his way. They found ways around to say it. We would have heard more about that about Wes. Instead, all we get is glowing, adulation of Wes.
You also got to take into account that Wes is in the horror realm. Horror realm doesn't get as much attention as freaking
That's true.
Bryan Singer.
But he was like mainstream popular.
But he's still in that smaller realm.
True.
And the horror people ain't gonna be talking shit about you.
I got this poke card against that one that you just threw down. Like that reference?
Nope. Bad.
I got this. Victor Salva.
Well, yeah,
he's like a virtual nobody.
Because there is no way to deny the fact that he was diddling boys.
That's true. He like literally got caught.
Yeah.
And they were like, dude, you're diddling.
Yeah.
No, but you know what? He was a... Yeah, no. That's a good argument. I was going to say he got caught, but, he did his thing. He did time, whatever. But really, it caught up to him in Jeepers Creepers.
Yep.
Years and years later. So, yeah, you're right in the end. Like, it was silence because, who the fuck is Victor Salva?
Yeah.
Until somebody was like, yo, this guy diddled. Like, and that dude is, like, out there.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, this dude diddled me.
He got caught.
So, yeah, you're right in that sense. But still, if there was going to be somebody of high profile in horror, like Wes Craven has more mainstream recognizability than George Romero. Easy. So, if there was going to be somebody in mainstream, in horror that would have gotten recognized or word spread around him, it would have been Wes, because he's worked with a lot more mainstreamers. The dude worked with Eddie Murphy, for crap's sake.
Well, yeah, but if he only diddled, let's go under your theory of that he only diddled at one time, at least, in a place that he could get caught, then not that many people would have known, because that was still when he wasn't, humongous. He was still kind of...
That's true. That's true.
Well, and if these rumors of them trying to sweep it under the rug are true...
That's another thing. You know how I said the latter end of the rumor where the guy confronted the studio and said, yo, something else, quote unquote, almost happens to me. I'm going to just out everybody that you hit it and that they're paying him to stipend. Sounds outrageous, but that guy never had a top billing movie ever again. He's basically been relegated to Z grade work.
Yeah.
So... if you're conspiracy minded, you'd be like, damn, that dude got blacklisted, which we know is a thing in Hollywood. If you push against Hollywood, they'll blacklist you. It's been done.
Yeah, homie.
Weinstein did it. The ultimate diddler.
Plus, freaking Wes had some, high up friends. The freaking guys at New Line and shit.
Yeah. New Line. The Weinstein Company was all up in the
Weinstein. Dude, the Weinsteins!
Yeah. And he worked with the Weinsteins.
Yeah. He did
4 times.
Dude,
no, 5 times. Maybe more.
100% confirmed.
I don't know, man. I don't want to say that it's true. I still like his movies if it is, but
oh yeah, I'm still gonna bump.
Except for Shocker, man. Shocker stinks.
Shocker was bad, dude.
That's a shitty movie. I can't believe people like Shocker. It's bad, shockingly bad.
Yeah.
That's why they called it Shocker. Stinky. Everybody's like, oh, cool. Diddlin Wes's new movies now. Let's go watch that. Stinks. Anyway, I hope Diddlin Wes is not Diddlin Wes.
Yeah.
In all honesty, there's very little proof of this. And the only thing that can confirm it is if that guy comes out and says, yep, this is true.
Come on, Robert Downey.
Or if the purported victim is identified and they go, yep, try to diddle me. And if somebody comes out of the woodworks that's different, not involved in this particular case, and goes, yep, diddled.
Yeah, homie dead too. I don't think anyone's gonna do it.
That would be the time to do it, don't you think?
No.
It's like, what is he gonna do to me now?
No, because
diddle me?
People would be turn on him like, oh, just besmirching his good name because he's so beloved.
I know. Look, I know it's different and hard for some people, for most people, to be like, I got diddled. It's tough. You're psychologically and mentally scarred forever. I'm just telling you, me, if I got diddled, I'd be like, yo.
I got diddled, dude.
This motherfucker diddled me,
it's
yo.
It's not good.
I'm just that type of person. I've always been that type of person. Now, you might be saying, no, you've never been diddled. So how you're only saying that. And I'd say to you, you don't know my ass. Because I'm the motherfucker be like, yo, I'm going to put you on blast. Wes.
I'd be like,
so if Wes diddled me, I'd be like totally like all of it. But I understand why somebody wouldn't be, obviously.
Yeah.
So really our only hope to confirm this is if that guy that played that doctor guy, comes out of the woodworks and goes, yep.
He diddled.
Which honestly,
he ain't gonna.
If he did, if the latter part of the rumor is true, then he'd be like, where's my yearly stipend now? So he has no motive to.
Yeah, exactly.
But then you'd be like, really, if I were in some form of power or control, I'd be like, yo, man, I heard this rumor about you. Really? You're taking hush money? What's up with that? You siding with diddlers now?
Yeah.
And then he'd be like, damn, now I gotta say something. And then he'd be like hard pressed to confirm and or deny.
Yeah.
Anyway, Wes might be a diddler. That's the news. Stinky!
Diddling daily.
Diddling daily news. Diddle diddling. Anyway, this is a thing we did.
Yeah.
We're out.